welcome to Tales from the Tips. I'm DA alongside 15-year Tour Caddy Mick Middlemo. We're just a couple guys that love to talk about the game of golf, both inside and outside the ropes, but we come at it from a different perspective. Mick, I feel like I'm in your living room.
You are in my living room, and look at the
clowns
in the background.
We've got an audience tonight. There's Courtney. There's Parla. We've got Roswell Chad in the building.
I could nearly turn the camera around and have a look at all
You know what, Mick? Watch this. We are the act of showing everybody through on the podcast. Welcome
to Mick's home. This is Mick's.
Welcome
this
home.
Is Mick's home ground.
To Guston's Bar and Grill in Ackworth, Georgia.
Mick's home ground.
Home away from home. Mick?
Yes, sir.
We are here not because of our good friends at that other company, but because of the friends at Miller Lite.
Yes, Miller Lite tonight.
So, cheers
mine's over
to
there.
our friends at Miller Lite. Yeah, you left yours at the other table. We've been here for a few hours.
Kind of bougie.
You're kind of bougie today.
Yes,
So, thanks for having us.
It's actually been a great day. It's actually been a wonderful start to the day. The boys were on the radio. Everything was great. It's been fantastic.
Well, so we've got a few things to catch up on.
We do.
Hideki with the bookends.
He did do the bookends. He went from first win and then to last win and then first win to last win and then and nothing in between.
A cool 22 under. And takes down the Ryder Cup assistant, Alex Noren.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. I just got my Miller Lite back. I just got my Miller Lite back.
Look at that.
Thank you. Thank you,
Cheers.
Chris. Thank you, Chris.
Fortney is helping out even when he's not on the podcast today.
Good caddying. Good caddying.
He's good caddying, right.
Good caddying.
Rasmus Nørgaard Peterson wins your home tournament, the Australian Open.
He did win the Australian Open.
We will see him in Augusta in a few months here in April.
And his caddy did me a wonderful favour this week.
Really?
He did.
What did he do?
So Kim Joyner, Glenn Joyner's sister, who, as you know, is a very good friend of mine. I adore her. She's a wonderful lady.
Hi, Kim.
Hi, Kim. She's probably watching. She needed tickets to the Australian Open because her son could get in for free, accompanied by an adult, but it was sold out.
Uh-oh.
So Nicholas's caddy came to the rescue. I sent him a message and got tickets, and so she got to go.
So congrats to Rasmus. Big win there. We'll get into that a little bit because that wasn't an easy road for him. Rory finishes 10th there at the Australian. But he had some really interesting comments, and we'll touch on that when we get to it.
The crowds were amazing.
The crowds were massive down under, as we would say up here. Right now at the Dye Valley Course and Sawgrass Country Club in Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida.
Yes.
We've got your favorite, or I should say nightmare, Q School, the final stage. You're twitching. Do you need a drink? Are you okay?
Just had a Miller Lite. Very good.
Okay. We'll talk about your experience at Q School. We've got since the last time we got together, we have the college football playoffs were announced.
Yes.
And we have a school that's very unhappy that they're not going. So if you're good with all that stuff,
let's go.
Let's do it. Let's grip it and rip it.
Do it.
Okay, so fantastic finish.
He's got
Hideki.
He's got notes.
I've got lots of notes.
They're on his phone though. He's got notes.
Alex Noren. Hideki beats Alex Noren on the first playoff hole.
I thought Sepp Straka was going to win that.
8 under by Hideki.
Yeah.
Well, Sepp was the 54-hole leader.
He was. I thought he was home and hose. I thought he couldn't lose from there.
Well, what? Okay, let's. Because you're jumping ahead in my notes.
Well, I can't read them.
That's okay.
Now I can.
You can read them.
Now I can.
What else would you like to discuss with Sepp? Because he had the 50-hole lead.
I thought he was playing beautifully. I thought he was going to be the one that would win it.
He shoots a third. He ends up in third at 21 under.
Yeah.
Shot out. I just said that here at Guston's. Is that a problem while we're on the podcast?
Chris, he said the S word.
We're on the podcast. Does that
Doesn't matter.
count?
Doesn't matter.
So Chris brought up a very interesting point the last time we were on the podcast. You brought up a point that no matter where we were at, except if when we were here, you can't say that. You could say that word, but not when we're here.
If you
can't.
say the S word, the SHOT word, that
Yes.
means you have to buy a round of the SHOTs.
But does that work when you're on a golf podcast?
Well, 1,000%, because you're in my room.
Oh, we're in your room, and we're on a golf podcast.
Zach, you're in my house now.
Okay, we just want clarification because Chris was very very confused about it.
He also said it's not the big house. It's just
Well, that's okay. I mean, they've got enough issues going on up there in Ann Arbor.
Move on from that. We're
We
not
are
touching
not
that
going to touch that. That is for a lot of other sports programs to discuss. We're not going to touch that one. Let's get back to the hero world. Hideki.
Yes.
You talk about this all the time. Middle of the fairway. 9-iron in hand.
Yes.
How clutch was that 9-iron?
As clutch as a 9-iron should be.
You know what? When I was
Wasn't
thinking
a 4-iron, but when you got a 9-iron in your hand, that's why you practice those more than any other strokes.
this is what I'm trying to get him to get to, because I literally thought back when I was doing the show prep. We were talking about this during the Travelers, and a wedge that somebody misplayed.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Tommy Fleetwood, since that time, has gone on to win a lot of times.
He's actually been out of his mind of late.
But-
Here we go.
But this is exactly what we were talking about during that time. That was one of those things that when you had to hit a...
Well, you can say it's okay now. You've got
No. I've already had to acquire that. This is what we're talking about. This is when we're talking about clutch playmaking.
Yes.
And when you're really having to be decisive on the golf course and you're in lock and step with your caddy.
The difference is this. Hideki's won what? How many tournaments? How many good tournaments? Like one big one, apparently.
Well, he won that thing in Augusta.
Yeah, so he's won that. So he's been in that position before.
And he just won the Century, and then he just won the Hero. By the way,
No, he's been down that road before.
20 of the best players in the world, minus a guy world number 2 that was down in Australia.
Yes.
But the best golfers in the
Because he
world.
got paid a lot of money to go down there. And it was wonderful because.
And I think he should be there.
And it was great for golf in Australia.
Actually, and I want to sidetrack real fast. I don't think the Hero should be aligned with the Australian Open.
Of course it should.
I think all of our guys should be at the Australian Open.
Yeah.
I think we should treat that as, and I know you've made fun of me for saying that the Players and the Tour Championship are our 5th and 6th majors. You make fun of me for that. I think the Australian Open, the Scottish Open, the Irish Open, these Opens should be the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, the 7th majors out there.
Well, I think for a fact that maybe the Hero, maybe they just played in Australia. Maybe Tiger goes, hey, let's just play the Hero at Royal Melbourne or Kingston Heath and stuff like that. But
that's a great idea.
I think it's a shame that you unfortunately have to pay $3 million or $2 million or whatever it is for Rory to go down there and play. And it's wonderful for Australian golf because the crowds it was a sellout, everything was amazing. So and Australia is craving this kind of attention.
So it's interesting because I'm skipping a little bit ahead, but Rory, who did finish 10th, reiterated his call for a better slot in the global golf calendar, arguing that current December dates clashes with other major events like the Hero. Where would you, because you know the golf calendar better than most, where would you slot the Australian Open, knowing that it's already getting warm down in Australia? Where would you slot the Australian Open during the calendar month that would be able to attract better top tier players?
What does the Hero Challenge really mean?
Well, it's Tiger's event, so you have to put it off to the side. It's no different than you look at Arnie's event, you look at Snead's event.
This is the end of the season. This is how many players? 20? Was it 20?
You had 20 guys in there.
Let's get serious. Let's talk about promoting world. Let's talk about promoting world golf.
Okay.
Let's not talk about putting money in pockets for the Hero Challenge. Played where?
Well, it was played down in the Bahamas.
Yeah, let's all go have a vacation and make money together and say it's going to look great. No, it's garbage. I'm sorry, it's trash. It's garbage. It's a fundraiser for the boys, and I'm sure there's some great charities involved. But seriously, let's get serious if you want to promote golf. So seriously, play it in Australia. Play it at one of the top 10 golf courses in the world. Play it at Royal Melbourne. Play it at Kingston Heath. Let's get serious. But again, does everyone want to get paid to go down there? I mean, give me a break. I mean,
well,
come on.
And see, that's where my challenge is. And you and I have talked about Jordan Spieth being paid to go down there, Rory being paid to go down there. We shouldn't have to pay these guys to go down there. No. We should be able to, I don't know, come up with a really good schedule. If you want to talk about scarcity by Brian Rolapp, let's figure out a way to get our guys. You don't want to get me going right now because I am starting to see a very ugly pattern with this new leadership group and ownership group.
Let's not go there.
With the PGA Tour, and I'm trying to be respectful because we have good relationships with certain folks that are a part of this new ownership. Mm-hmm. My challenge to Brian Rolapp and the new executive staff at the PGA is stop looking at scarcity and start looking at how do we put our players in the best position to win and succeed while highlighting global golf. Because you're trying to take the NFL game globally. You already have a global game. Why are you not following? It's a reverse cycle.
Because they're not trying.
Well, but that's the challenge. Why?
I have no idea. I don't understand why. I don't understand why we have to pay Rory McIlroy $3 million to go down and play when you know it's going to be a sellout. The money's there. It's been an amazing time. I mean, everyone I spoke to down there said it was incredible. The crowds, everything was amazing. It's great for golf, but unfortunately the PGA Tour don't give a rat's. They just don't.
Yeah.
They don't.
So, but really, honestly, though, getting back into the Australian Open, Rasmus Nergaard Peterson.
Great last hole.
The Den captured his first DP World Tour event. Great job there. He won single stroke, 15 under, with a 269. I think the big thing is Open Championship now. He's qualified for the Open Championship and the Masters.
That's why I had the green hat on. The Australian baseball green hat.
I meant to ask you, what is that?
It's the Australian baseball team.
That is the Australian baseball team.
Australian baseball team.
I know we're talking about global sports. I mean, we did just have the draw. Team USA versus Team Australia.
Yeah, played in Vancouver on 12 o'clock at night.
You and I are going to be, I think, sitting probably here at Guston's at midnight.
Probably trying to watch it.
Trying to not fall asleep. Maybe we can do some kind of drinks with coffee in it. So let's, couple things. So Peterson beats hometown favorite Cam Smith, finally playing some good golf.
Yes, good to see him back playing good golf again.
You know, I don't think we've seen Cam play this well since, I don't know, the Open.
Yeah, it's been a lean time. It's hard to count those hundreds of millions and practice at the same time.
So obviously, do you think, is this the return for Cam Smith?
100%. 100%. He's back in the hunt. He felt like he's back in the hunt again, and there's nothing like being when you're close to winning.
He's going to have some new competition this upcoming year.
Yeah, not much competition.
Oh, wait, are you down on Minwoo all of a sudden?
Who?
Minwoo?
Minwell who?
Who?
Who? Minwell who?
Minwoo who?
Exactly.
Sunjae? You down on Sunjae?
No, he's okay. He hasn't signed yet, though.
Okay,
It's
well,
rumors.
you and I are sitting here on a Thursday in
rumors.
December, middle of December of
Who
2025.
did-
Would you be willing to bet anything that they are not going to be signing their live contracts anytime soon?
Oh, no, he's going to sign it. Who else signed?
Middlemo.
And there's one more that just signed.
Who?
The guy from France. What's his name?
We don't worry about France.
Exactly.
The French, yeah, but
Don't upset. What if we have French viewers?
we don't.
Oh, we don't?
No,
Okay.
no. Actually, speaking of,
We don't have French viewers?
no, actually we do probably have some. We have some Canadians.
Oh, that's fine.
Probably
I'll go with
French-speaking Canadians.
You know why the French Navy has glass bottom boats?
No, why?
So they can see the old French Navy.
And that's his joke of the day. Brought to you by Miller Lite. Here's the thing. I'm curious to see. I feel a shift coming with Live Golf and what the PGA Tour is doing. I think guys like Sun Jae, Minwoo, Victor Perez, these guys are starting to see the PGA Tour is becoming
Victor Perez, that's
becoming elite. We're getting back to the elite status, the
of course
stuffy country club elite status. We don't care about the barstool golf guys.
Did I not say that?
You have, and that's the point I kind of wanted to bring up today is, as we're getting ready to go, like we've got the final stage of Q School going on. We've got 176 golfers down in Point Vedra Beach, Florida, at the home of the PGA Tour. And here we are watching guys that are established on the PGA Tour leave because, we've decided to go from 125 cards down to 120 cards, or 100 cards.
100 cards.
We've decided that we're going from X amount of events down to less amount of events. We've now cut out Hawaii, now obviously for obvious reasons.
Obvious reasons, yeah.
But recently, just this week, 28-28 mock schedule just came out, starting the PGA Tour after the Super Bowl. Why in the world are we doing this? And this is where I have the problem with Brian Rolap and this new executive branch, because all they're trying to do is make money, and the PGA Tour is always about providing back to the community. And this is where I'm having my problem. We are taking away from the communities that we serve around a game of golf that is finally, COVID could have been, it was about a lot of bad things. The one good thing that came out of COVID, we have a lot of new golfers that actually care about the game of golf, but that are not in the stuffy elite country club status.
You told me you were going to go down this road today.
I told you I wasn't. I'm so fired up. I'm so angry. I think it's because I'm angry about what's going on with my football team. And not the college one, the pro team. That is absolute garbage. And this is part of it because he is a part of the leadership. He's a part of the ownership. Mm-hmm. And you're starting to see money factor into what has been a great community and charity game. And I've left you speechless for the first time.
No, I'm not
ever.
speechless. I'm actually just thinking about it, and I think I've been telling you this for a while, that it's all been about money with the PGA Tour. And now they're getting the elitist, and that's why some of the events they have.
And I'm starting to look at Scotty and Rory and Justin and all these guys that are at the top of their game inside the PGA Tour, and I'm starting to look at them with a very, very tainted lens. Because I think they're driving it. They don't want the competition. They just want to go out and collect a paycheck. And it's become live golf reverse.
Yes. And maybe that's why. And maybe that's why it happened, because maybe they were so jealous about what had happened, but the PGA Tour was like, well, now we're just going to look after the elitist. So eventually, how do you become an elitist? How do you get into these events? Eventually, you're going to have to ask, how do you get into these events? What do you have to win? Well, you can't really win a lot of them if you're not involved in them, and we're just going to put the best players in the same events until what?
Well, you start cutting these fields down from 100 plus, down to 100, down to 70, no cut events. Well,
Yep.
And now you're giving them FedEx points.
Well, wait a minute. What happened with the PGA Champions Tour? Oh, that's right. They don't even have a Q school anymore. They got rid of that totally. So
they took away Q school. Now you have to Monday qualify to try to make it. You know, you know, and I don't want to take away from the guys that that
have earned it.
Right.
They're there. They've earned it.
You know,
but
what
about the next generation? How do they earn it?
Well, but that's the thing. My whole thing is you never would have heard of Scotty Scheffler. If the current system would have been in place 6 years ago, before COVID, you would never have heard of a guy named Scotty Scheffler, because you know where Scotty Scheffler would have been stuck? The Corn Ferry Tour. That's my issue. That's my challenge. We've got, you know, there's guys that are literally competing right now down in Florida for a card or a spot on the Corn Ferry Tour next year.
Yeah, a card that's not going to get you much of anything, to tell you the truth.
A card's not even going to get you a start at this point.
No, it's not going to get you much of anything.
It's going to give you a, hey, by the way, we've got the, Barstool Bermuda Classic down in Garbage Town, Jamaica, and that's where you're going to get to play. And by the way, good luck.
Yeah.
And nothing about Jamaica, you know, good, lovely people down there. And nothing about the friends at Barstool.
Wonderful place.
But you know what? I'm really just getting tired of seeing this, and I'm actually getting sad. And then I'm hearing, you know, guys that are, you know, on the radio side or the broadcast side that work for the PGA Tour on the big network that they have, and they're calling for, well, we should move the Tour Championship out of Atlanta. Can I remind you that we have this company called Southern Company. We have this company called Coca-Cola. This is the part that really starts really getting under my skin and driving me nuts, because it's like, you just want TV ratings. And if Brian Rolapp is all about TV ratings and just driving revenue, then we're completely lost the mission of the PGA Tour, and that is develop the best golfers and provide back to our communities. And I'm off my soapbox now.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Hit a home run for happy hour and ask your Twin Peaks girl about local specials on drafts, cocktails, shots, and more.
That was an amazing, but he's also 100% correct too. He's also 100% right. PGA Tour does not care about the PGA players anymore or the upcoming players anymore. That's how it seems to me. When I was a caddy out there was a chance for everybody to go to Q school, do their thing, and there was always a chance. Top 125 got their cards, top 150, then you could play 25 to 150, had certain events that they could play and stuff like that. I still don't understand why they've stopped it. I don't understand why they went away from that. What were they trying to achieve? They just want the elitists. I remember years and years ago when Greg Norman said he just wanted a tour, like a world tour, where for just the elitist players. Well, Greg got that with LIV.
Yep.
And now the PGA Tour are basically doing what Greg Norman said he was going to do.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than a Cinderella story. There's nothing better than someone busting their butt, who's a club pro, who busts his butt, gets to go to Q school, works his way through, gets on the tour, and ends up winning a PGA Tour event and gets along there and has a chance. It's a great story. PGA Tour don't want those stories anymore. PGA Tour just want their elitist and their best, and then that's what they want to do. They just, and it's I don't want to say it's sickening, but it's very close to it. It's very annoying. There are so many great golfers in this world who deserve a chance to be able to play on the PGA Tour, the Champions Tour, the World Tour, and all of a sudden, every tour is making it harder and harder and harder for these guys to get it. Well, what are they trying to do? Are they trying to make it, okay, so only a certain amount of players get on there, the best of the best who play a certain amount of weeks, whatever. I don't get it. I don't understand it. And I think it's very disappointing to the game of golf.
And I'll take it to another level, and that's back into what you did for 15 years out on the tour. That's earn a living. What happens to those guys? Now you've got guys. Now again, the money is different.
Yeah,
the money is different.
The money's different. I also remember a guy by the name of Tim Finchin, who was the PGA Tour commissioner when they were talking about money on the web.com tour, nationwide tour as it was on, and he was like, "Well, we don't need to up the prize money on the nationwide tour because we don't want people out there just making a living on that tour." I'm like, what?
Excuse me?
I'm what? Well, maybe they're not quite good enough, but they can still make a living and they can still be good at what they do, and they're still busting their butts. And I can assure you, you're not making a living on the web.com tour by finishing 15th, 20th, and 30th every week like you are on the PGA Tour. It's a little disappointing with, I think, the way it's heading.
Yeah.
And Q School to me was,
Q, and that's the thing. That was the one thing you and I've talked about, and you've mentioned Q School a couple times, and I'm excited to see it like a Hunter Eichhorn or a Tyler Leach that are out there. Obviously these kids, and I call them kids because they're much younger than you and I.
Isn't everybody?
I want to see these guys succeed. I want to see these guys that have earned their cards off the Corn Ferry Tour this past year, next year. I want to see them have a chance.
Yeah.
And
how about the PGA to promote these kids? How about the TV networks promote these kids and go, hey, this guy's here, this guy's here, this guy's... Okay, and I get it. We went through a year, a century of watching Tiger Woods and all these guys, and okay, there's no Tiger Woods anymore. There's Scotty Scheffler, and I guess everybody wants to see that. Everybody wants to see it. But how about a feel-good story of these kids coming up and showing these kids and giving them a chance of being on TV and doing this sort of stuff? And it's like they just don't want to do that. I mean, I've caddied in 7 or 8 Q schools, and I've only been successful twice in getting players through Q school, and it's the most amazing feeling because the relief when I caddied for Greg Owen and in Palm Springs, and he got through. The relief of the 18th hole, knowing that we had to par the last, and the nerves and all this sort of stuff, and then an easy par, and then all of a sudden he's crying his eyes out. Him and I were hugging. He's like, and he had a really, really good finish at Q school, and we ended up getting to play Hawaii and all that sort of stuff. This is the stuff the PGA Tour needs to see.
Yeah.
This is the stuff that the regular golfer needs to see. Maybe they need a Netflix special on some of the lower tier golfers, and I don't mean lower tier as like stuff like that, but give these guys a chance.
But
give them a chance.
You just said something very, very accurate. Who knew about Joel Damon until Netflix came out with their series? Who really knew about Sahith Theegala?
Fact.
I think you need to do more storytelling on that. And how many times have we talked about this with the LPGA Tour? You just brought up an upcoming superstar last week on our last podcast that's getting ready to go to college. But think about the women that are out there on the LPGA Tour right now that all you have to do is put some social media behind it, put some kind of marketing behind it.
They don't. But
they don't need to because
they care about their superstars. They care about their Rorys. They care about their Scotty Schefflers. They care about and all the other guys along the way. But what about giving some love?
Yeah.
How about showing something that the regular golfer that actually wants to see? The guy that's struggling a little bit and then just makes his way to there and go from there.
So
these kids Tiger was an anomaly.
Yeah.
Rory was chipping golf balls into a washing machine on TV when he was
3 years old,
8 or whatever it was. Come on, how about let's get back to the tin tacks. The regular golfing Joe wants to see a good story. Zach Johnson.
Yeah.
How about the Zach Johnson story?
Yep.
How many people know the Zach Johnson
Keegan
story?
Bradley.
How many people? Zach Johnson Monday qualified to get on a web.com nationwide tour event and got in there, finished top 10, won the next week, then ended up finishing number 1 and then winning the Masters and winning British Open. How about those stories?
Yep.
How about those stories? But where did he start from? He didn't get a start on the PGA Tour.
Yeah, but we're worried about TV ratings and worried about going up against the NFL or
And the only reason why they're worried about TV ratings is because why?
Money,
and they don't have a superstar right now. Well, they do. They have Scotty Scheffler, and Jordan Spieth was a superstar at one stage, and then that went away. But if these other guys go away, they're in a world of trouble.
Yeah. So we wish all the guys down there in Florida best of luck. Top 5.
It's the hardest. I don't know if they're still doing 6 rounds. Do they still do 6 rounds?
They do. They do. Well, this is the final stage.
Yeah, final stage. Final stage used
a little
to be 6
different.
rounds.
Obviously, there were some preceding stages. The last couple of stages. As a matter of fact, we had to hear a couple.
So my last Q school was at down there in Palm Springs, and I can even tell you who he played with. I caddied for Greg Owen, and my group was Hudson Swafford and Harris English.
Huh. Might have heard of those guys.
Yeah, a couple of Georgia boys. So, and it's a 6-round event, obviously. 2 different courses. So you go one on one, and then you get to play the main course at the end. But they were the guys I played with. Harris English seems to have done okay for himself.
I think he's done all right. I think he was.
Swafford was doing okay for himself.
Was that Harrison guy? Was Harris English on that Ryder Cup?
He was on that Ryder Cup team.
Oh yeah.
So I guess he went out. And you were with me at Tour Championship when he walked over and said hello to me and all that sort of stuff. So which was nice. Yeah. Some good players I guess do tend to come out of Q school. Who knew?
DGD. Good damn dog. Okay. Speaking of dogs. The college football playoffs came out. The top seeded, and I don't think I've ever thought I would ever say this, the Indiana Hoosiers. By the way, Mick, I've drank a lot of this stuff in the big house, beating that team by 30, 40, and 50 points. Them winning the Big Ten title over the armpit of the country made me very happy the other night.
I know.
Made me very happy.
None of them are going to be relevant at the end.
Okay, so before we get into it, Indiana, number 1.
Yeah.
Do you think that Georgia got snubbed at number 2 or that Ohio State belongs at number 2?
Does it really matter? They're in there.
Well,
it doesn't matter. Honestly, at the end of the day, you could be ranked 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't matter. You have to win out to win the National College Championship. So honestly, it wouldn't matter where you seed you have to beat whoever.
Yeah.
You have to beat whoever.
Georgia number 3, Texas Tech 4.
Yep.
And now we also have. Now let me ask you this question because we do have like a Crimson Tide fan over here.
Who?
Do you?
Who? Him?
Yeah. Do you think they belonged in the playoffs?
Alabama, yes, 100%.
They belong in the playoffs. So
100%.
with the 3 losses, they belong.
Yeah, well, they only had 2. The SEC championship game shouldn't count anymore, and it probably won't. No, they played their season. Yep, they deserve it.
So I love that you mentioned that because before this new current, everybody and their brother gets in, everybody wins a trophy. Generation has now we have the 12-team playoff.
Soon to be 16.
The loser of the SEC championship never went on to win the national title because they would have been eliminated.
And they're probably not going to this year either.
I give it.
Hold please, Jamieson.
Hold please, Jamieson. I will say Georgia did lose the SEC championship a few years ago. Went on to beat Alabama again a few weeks later in Indianapolis and won the national title. That has been one of the very few times where an SEC team that lost the SEC title game went on to be able to make it into the playoffs and actually win the national title. I give you all of that. I don't think Alabama deserved to be in.
Well, who deserved to be in there ahead of them?
Well, I'm glad you asked that.
If you say the ND word, I'm done.
I don't believe Notre Dame belongs.
Thank God.
I think when you look at resumes, Notre Dame lost to Miami.
Yeah, they did.
Miami deserved to be in. I have no problem with that. I'm still, I still sit there and go, does James Madison and Tulane belong in the national title?
Well, that's going to change eventually because that's the. They have to give them they have to give the automatic bids.
Again, that's fine, but if you're giving them the automatic bids, are they really the national title, the champion, if they go on to win it?
These are the rules.
You the rule follower.
I am a rule follower, but these are the rules. You can't change the rules. And eventually they're going to have to change the rules because you can't just have a James Madison and because what are they waiting on, a Cinderella story? I mean, hey, I'll give you one. How many teams are there in college football? Division One.
Division One?
Yeah.
120 plus?
Why don't we just start the year with 120 and just play all the way down?
That would be fun. Single elimination?
Just bam! Single elimination all the way down.
So your team could be done in August and be done?
Done. No, once you're done, you can go back and play some other crappy games.
Like you can play your conference games?
Yeah, you can play your conference games. But let's just go 120 teams, start here, rank them from the start of the year, and then just go bang all the way through. So and then everyone gets a chance. All these teams they talk about, UCF, who bloody said they were world champions 100 years ago, whatever, just give them all a chance. Just go, that's it.
It was funny because I heard, I was listening to some of my guys talking about it, and, they were talking about that Indiana had beaten Ohio State, and it was really almost irrelevant. Well, no offense, the Big Ten and the Big Ten championship is still, in my opinion, irrelevant because it never meant anything because it never existed. It was only a money grab about 20 years ago.
That's what college football is.
Well, thank you. The lights have just come on here at Guston's.
Christmas lights.
No, I say that because it's I totally understood what Joe was saying in the moment because it was normally, and that game in November, the Saturday of Thanksgiving, usually decided whom from the Big Ten was going to represent us as we got closer and closer to
the Rose Bowl.
Right, and the Rose Bowl meant something.
Mm-hmm. I know. I remember when I lived in Chicago when Northwestern won it.
That's a good time.
It was a great time when Northwestern.
Pat Fitzgerald. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to ask you the question: who do you have to win the national title?
As much as I hate to say it,
Yeah.
I think it's going to be my home state.
Your home state of Georgia.
I think home state. I thought they were going to be very average on defense, but the defense is picked up. I think Georgia wins it. I can't see anybody beating them.
I am right there with you. Go Dogs. Mick?
Yes, sir.
On our next podcast, we will give...
Chris is giving me this.
Is that a,
He's given Hook'em time.
Is that
and Parler's given us the roll tide.
Is that Young Wei
I don't know what that means. Young Wei
Really?
I don't know what roll tide. Yeah, they did good against Georgia.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you crap. You go on.
We got hecklers now.
Hecklers.
Next time on the podcast.
Yes, no hecklers.
No hecklers. We will give our majors picks.
Ooh, I can get this.
We're going to give our majors picks. We are going to wrap up the season. We're bringing a special guest on right now.
What?
You're live on.
Say hi.
Say you're live.
Say hi to the world.
Say hi to the world. Okay, you're good now. She's good. She's my 7th favorite server.
Wow.
They have 6 here.
I cannot believe this. She just gave him the your number one signal twice.
I think so.
Here it is.
Remember, Jake.
We will
the
go.
world. Come here. I'm going to bring Jake in.
Oh, you're going to bring Jake in.
I'm going to bring Jake in, the manager.
Jake.
There you go. There's Jakey boy.
Listen, when I say I literally feel like I'm sitting in Mick's living room right now, I truly, truly believe it. We have a big house party going on here at Guston's.
Yeah, we do.
We will do our majors picks. We're going to give a quick update on where we stand in the NFL.
Winning.
It's a lot closer than you think, sir.
Don't care.
And we will give our last updates and predictions before
Chris Fordy's sneaking in.
the holidays.
More holidays. What? Sorry, I got sidetracked by Chris Fordy.
Before the holidays. Sir, thanks for joining us on Tales from the Tips. If you're catching us on YouTube, make sure you give us a like, hit that subscribe button, drop us a comment, let us know how we're doing. You can find us on your favorite podcasts: Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Odyssey app, and of course now you can find us on iHeart Podcast. Just search for Tales from the Tips under podcast. Gives us a thumbs up, hit that plus button, and enjoy. Mick,
Yes,
you
sir.
can catch us on all of our socials, Instagram, X, and your favorite,
TikTok.
and the Tiki-Talk. And of course, you can catch this show live on the Twitch. Right now, you can catch us live on Twitch. Our schedule is posted. And Mick,
Yes. Let's go back to my living room.
let's go have a few more of these
couple
little
a legitimate
tall
couple
drinks
quiet
and short ones. And thank you, buddy, for having us out. Appreciate
This
you.
is my living room right here.
Love this guy. Keep your drive straight, your putt short, and your scores low as we tie it up on Tales from the Tips. We'll see you next time.